welcome to Squeezy Living for Thrifting, Street Finds and Frugal Living. My name is Emma and today I thought I would give you a little tour of all the thrifted bits and pieces in my dining room. Now, I previously did a similar video regarding my bedroom and a lot of people seem to like that, so I hope you will like this as well. Although I do have a little disclaimer to add because that video did have a couple of comments about how dirty and damp and mouldy the room was. I am literally about to pack up this room to move house. I haven't done a massive spring clean. If you are here expecting an Instagrammable room, this is not for you. This is literally me pointing out the bits I picked up cheaply or free, thrifted around Norwich. And I'm just gonna, show them to you. But if you do want to go and have a look at a damp and dirty room, do check out my bedroom thrift tour. Anyway, let's get right into it. We'll start in this corner here. So I have a picture on the wall of my family, and below that I have these shelves, which were a Norwich street find. I was really pleased to find these. They're quite shallow, so they fit nicely in small spaces. You know, sometimes they stand out too far and take up a lot of the room, but I like that these are quite shallow. And I'm using them to keep photo albums and Lego sets and jigsaw puzzles, just to keep them all tidy on there. And on top of there are some thrift shop picture frames. So they came from the charity shop, those frames. This table came from a charity shop for a few pounds, and I really like this. It's a sort of little folding table that you could use for camping or something like that. But I think the top is absolutely beautiful. I love that pattern on the top. It has got a little bit damaged, unfortunately, because we were using it for people to sit and eat some breakfast at, you know, if they're lounging in front of the television or whatever. We've stopped that now because, sticky cereal stuck to it wasn't a good idea for the pattern. But I love this little table. And underneath it, there's a little stool, which was a Norwich street find. So little Lemon can sit at that table and do his Lego or puzzles or whatever he wants to do. Coming round to the right, we have this big storage box, which I think I got from Facebook Marketplace. I like the fact that the top has got this fabric cover, and inside it we are keeping our towels. So that's quite useful to have there because it doubles up as a seat, because the rooms here are very small. So it's nice to have an extra seat. Here is a sofa which I got for free from Facebook Marketplace. It's sort of a grey velvet sofa, but to be honest, it's seen much better days. So I'm probably going to be getting rid of that now that I'm moving house, maybe. But on it, there's a Norwich street find crochet throw, which I think is quite nice, although it does fall off quite often. So it's a bit frustrating, but it's just perked up the tired sofa until I can afford to get a new one, or until I see one on Facebook Marketplace. Some of these cushions were charity shops. Definitely that one was. That was from a charity shop, that cushion there. On the wall above it, as with all the walls in my house, there are a lot of personal memories. Art and crafts created by my mother, my grandfather, and places I've been, souvenirs of places I've been. So I love that sort of thing. And some of these frames came from charity shops. Then over here, we have more pictures on the walls. More things from charity shops. This picture of Blackpool, that was a definite charity shop find. I was really happy with that. Blackpool's got a lot of nostalgic memories for me. That frame up there was from a charity shop, definitely. And again, arts and crafts from family members. Now down below, I have got this little blue unit, which was a Norwich street find, and I absolutely love this. No intention of repainting it. I love the shabby look of it. Although many of you will probably tell me it's dirty and I should have cleaned it before filming. And on there I have some thrifty bits and pieces. So I have got this lamp, which was originally from Marks and Spencer's, so brilliant find. That was from a charity shop. And then there's this little bowl I got from the Norwich yard sales. It's currently got Kinder Egg toys in it, but sweet little bowl, just a little trinket dish to pop bits in. And as you can see, little Lemon's currently putting Kinder Egg toys in. This was a Norwich street find. I think it must have originally had a candle in it, but little trinket pot. Now I've covered one of these pictures up for somebody's privacy, But this table, this was a Norwich Street find too, and I'm very happy with this. I was going to use it to put a record player on, hence the fact there's a record underneath. We are moving now, so maybe it will be repurposed for something else. But yeah, the intention was to put a record player on it. So coming onto this wall here, we have the mantle. As an aside, can I just point out this? This is a wallpaper sample that I picked up and literally just pasted on there. When I moved in, this was just shoddy. It had lots of plaster work where they'd removed a boiler and it looked horrendous. So I just got some samples of wallpaper. So obviously it's free because they're just samples, and pasted them on there. And I think it looks much better like that. So on the mantle, again, there are some thrifted picture frames. This one was from Primark actually for about 50 pence. That was from a charity shop. This plant I was given for free and it's absolutely thriving. I love it. It is a philodendron, I think, if I remember rightly, but it's doing so well. I do like plants, my house plants, and if you get them for free and nurse them to health and they start thriving, even better. There's one of my mother's tapestries on the wall there, a memory of a concert I went to. I was given these little ice skates, and there's a clock a friend gave me. So nothing really thrifted there, but at the same time, I didn't spend out a lot of money for them. And below that, I do have my dining table, which did come from Facebook Marketplace. Now, this is an original 70s, potentially, Formica topped table. It's not in the best of conditions, but it is from the 70s, and it can extend out if required. But yeah, that's what that is, and I've put this tablecloth on it. And on the table, I have got a mat, which I got from a jumble sale for about 5 pence, and a Gisela Graham plant pot. I think I got that on eBay. And this bowl was from a charity shop. I'm using it as a fruit bowl, but obviously there's not much fruit left in it. Need to buy some more. But that was something like 50 pence from a charity shop as well. Over in the corner by the window here, we have got this lovely shelving unit, which I got from the streets of Norwich. Lovely Norwich street find. And basically I was on my way to a doctor's appointment. So I walked down the street, spotted this, and I thought, I can't leave that there until after my appointment because it will be gone. So I quickly dragged this back home before my appointment. It was a little bit late for my appointment, but it was worth it. I love it. And I like this sort of crisscross, what do they call it? Sort of woven effect. I like the fact that it lets a lot of light in. So if plants are on it, they do quite well on there. I like it as a plant display kind of shelving unit. So on there I do have some plants. I did have more, but I've moved them. But they are enjoying being on there. So there's a couple of plants. This plant I got given for free. Well, it was a Norwich street find, so it was free. This I bought in a charity shop recently. I'm planning to use that as a planter, but I haven't got a plant to put in it yet. There's a little Denby vase back there. That was originally from a charity shop. Well, not originally, but it was from a charity shop. And I've also got this from eBay, which is a napkin holder. All the picture frames on here are from charity shops. I really like this one, a little family tree one. But I love this one as well. That's from a charity shop. A little sort of, is that mother of pearl from a charity shop? So yeah, all the frames are from charity shops. There's another Denby, this is a jug. And these little butterflies were Norwich street find. I pop them into my plants to liven them up. This was from the Norwich yard sales. That was about 50 pence. I really like that clock. I love clocks. I'm a clock addict. So yep, all of those frames on there, most of them are thrifted. Now down below we have a very interesting chair. I saw this, it was a Norwich street find, and I thought, I like that, I'll have that, that'll look great in the corner of my dining room. But I didn't realise when I picked it up that it's actually a toilet chair. So if I lift the seat up, there is actually a hole. I suppose you're supposed to put a bucket in it and do your doings through the seat. So great. I wonder who's been using that. But I still kept the chair because I like it. And I like it's got that little story behind it. And that's a charity shop cushion I've put on it. Coming round here, there's a little CD unit hiding behind this plant. That was about £1 from a charity shop, and I really like it because it's solid wood. I like the fact it's quality solid wood. So I've got some CDs in there. Some of my favourite CDs are in there. And on top of it, there's this diffuser thing, electric diffuser, which was at Norwich Street Find, and I'm very pleased with that. So that sort of puffs out, you put a bit of oil in, a bit of water, and it puffs out the scent into the room. The plants like it too. So I'm really pleased with that. And this plant was from Facebook Marketplace. It had one leaf when I got it. The person said, does anybody want this plant? See if they can nurse it back to health. And I took it, and it's doing well, but I don't know what it is. So if anybody knows what this plant is, do let me know, because I have not a clue. So coming round here, we have this chest of drawers. These were given to me by a friend. So they're free, basically, but I did change the knobs on them because I do like a ceramic knob. So the knobs weren't free, I purchased them. But it just changes the whole vibe of it, I think. I like that. And I've got my CD player on the top. And on the top of there, there's these charity shop picture frames that I haven't finished filling, but I really like them. And the curtains, they were also from a charity shop. I was pleased to find those. They did have a lining, but it was like it had been washed badly and the lining didn't fit, so I cut the lining out. And I didn't cut the lining out very well, to be honest. So they are not in the best condition they could be in. And I think that is everything. So that is my dining room. As I said, I am literally going to be packing it up now because we're moving house. We don't know where we're going, but do stick around and join the ride if you want to see where we're going and see how I do up the next place, because obviously it's going to be all my bits and pieces so far, but extra thrifted bits, hopefully some street finds. But yeah, at this current point, I don't know where I'm going, but I will give you some room tours of the new place once it's set up, I'm sure. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for not being too critical because, yeah, like I said, I didn't do a pristine clean or anything. It's literally a last look at the bits and pieces, how I've got the room here before I pack it up and move to the next place. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.